What is up, everybody? Welcome to Perspective Gaming. I'm your host, Flame078, logging in from the real world to give you perspective. This time, I'm here to tell you if it's worth the time. Today's prospect, Fortnite Save the World. In this video series, I play the game, analyze the game, then tell you if the game is worth the pickup based on these two things: content available at release, and duration and longevity that I think you can get from the game. At the end of the day, I'll tell you to pick up the game. You should pick up this game, but like no rush or with some conditions, or you can pass up on the game. Well, let's stop wasting time and let's get right to it. Let's see, 50%. 50%? Fuck it, let's do it. And yep, that is pretty much how it went. I literally on the screen and I just saw the 50% and I was like, yeah, why not? Let's try this out. Because honestly, I didn't care for the original Fortnite game at the time of release. I was into my FPSs, I was into Battle Royale, I was playing a lot of Battlegrounds at the time. So I was just wanting to play those kinds of games. Don't get me wrong, I play all different types of games, but at the time I was playing a lot of Battlegrounds and a lot of the same type of games, so this type of game didn't appeal to me. At least the original Fortnite didn't. But now I'm in a place where I'm kind of changing it up, I'm exploring different games, and it's actually one of the reasons why I'm doing my Games Revisited series. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check those out. I revisited For Honor and Halo 5. Links down below and in the cards up top. But anyways, that's neither here or there. The reason I am doing this review and the reason I kind of picked up Save the World, that's like I said, I was trying to look something new, but because I am doing a new game, I think it deserves its own review. And this is because I'm trying to relate to you, the average gamer, the average consumer, and I feel like this is a very plausible scenario. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure if you haven't played this game and you just saw 50%, you'd be like, there are good chances you'll be like, yeah, let's go. Let's get this game, see what it's about. So I'm here to appeal to you before you do that to see if this is the game for you. So the premise of Save the World is that it's a co-op tower defense horde type of game. The world was taken over by this storm where 98% of the population is wiped out. It's post-apocalyptic and you have to restore balance and take back the world. It's pretty simple. And the premise is, but jumping into it, wow, this game is deep. And for starters, it's not your typical regular start, middle, end type of game. It is kind of story driven, but it has missions that kind of keep going and going. I mean, if you take a look, you can just keep doing missions and missions and missions, and it doesn't seem to have a real end, which is fine because as long as the content is good, then it's good to play. But what's nice is that it uses each mission and each advancement to kind of advance the lore, which I kind of like. The core game loop goes as follows. You load the mission, you go around the map, explore, get resources, try to get what you need, and then you go through the objectives and do the objectives, and once you complete the objectives, then a bunch of horde of husks start attacking you, and then once you clear it out, then that's the end. You can play as a hero which has their own class and unique abilities and roles that they can play. You can level up each hero to give them more abilities or to upgrade them, and the more you play, the more they can grow. No matter who you play with, however, you level up your skill tree, which gives you things such as crafting items for bullets, guns, swords, and traps. As you level up and play, you get what we call defenders to break up your base, to give you boosts for certain types of missions. The progression system is unique and it's definitely grindy to a damn fault. Like, holy crap. Like, I was just playing a couple missions, but you can tell how grindy this is gonna get down the line. And it does look a little bit overwhelming. Like, just doing a simple Google search, there's just like tons of starter guides for this game. It's crazy, but I don't really consider that a bad thing. And this is because this leads into my next point: longevity and duration. I definitely believe this game has plenty of that. Like I said, there seems to be an endless wave of missions to play that allow you to play this game in a non-traditional sense. So if you catch up on all the missions, you can come back and redo them to grind out to level up a hero or to get different resources. So they're all replayable in that sense. But remember how I said the progression system seems kind of grindy? this is where the duration and longevity come from, is trying to master up these skill trees and these progression systems. It's going to keep you locked in if those are the type of games you like. I mean, it's not overly terrible, but it's definitely going to take you a while to like level up. And so far from the missions that I played, they're not overly hard. I have about 7 or 8 missions up to the point of this video, and they've been going pretty straightforward, so I haven't had too much trouble, but I'm assuming it's going to get harder as time goes on. And what is nice is that if you don't have friends to play with right away, you have the option to ask for friends during the missions or during the parts where you need to ask help before horde mode comes in, and they'll recruit, and then you'll get players to play with you. So if you're like me and play solo a lot of times just because you can't really sync up with your friends, you don't really have to worry because you'll be able to get help and play with people no matter what. I managed to sync in about an hour or 2 a day, which rounds out about like 2 or 3 missions depending on how long it takes or how much I'm goofing around. So overall, it is a nice game that if you play on short bursts for a long periods of time, I think you'll be fine, because this is not the type of game you really want to go in there and play all you can to just do what you need to do. You know, like, it's not that type of game. I also like to mention that because this is Fortnite, you can earn V-Bucks in the PvE mode, and those V-Bucks transfer over to, say, Battle Royale. So if you're coming from Battle Royale, you're gonna notice that, hey, I can use this to grind V-Bucks for my Battle Royale skins. Yay! Which means that you could essentially pay for this game, and then it'll be paying for your battle passes in the future. But the reason you earn V-Bucks is because you can also use V-Bucks to buy llamas, which it's this game's versions of loot boxes. You use this to get XP chips, gear, new defenders, new heroes, new schematics, all this stuff. So it's very randomly generated, so keep that in mind. I kind of wish this game didn't have this really annoying microtransaction system, but hey, it's a give and take. Overall, this really isn't the best iteration of a horde mode type game, but it is fun and it works. I enjoy it, and at the very least I'm playing it about every day or every other day because I'm looking to add something else to my game cycle. Like I said, I'm trying to venture out and move away from the battle royales and play different types of game every day, just because I'm kind of getting a little complacent in the type of games that I'm playing. But this game is really nice. It's a nice gem and it feels good to play. It also helped that it was 50% off, but even without that, at a low price of 30 bucks, it's not bad at all. It's a very low point of entry, which gives you a lot of benefits for the both types of games that you eventually will be playing if you get Save the World. So I think if you kind of like this type of game, or if your friends from Battle Royale just want to try something new, jump ahead into Save the World. Kill some zombie husks, whatever the hell they're called, and earn some V-Bucks, and then go back to Battle Royale. Either way, you're not going to regret your purchase. This game is definitely worth the pickup. And that is it. That is the end of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in on this installment of Worth the Time. These are just one man's thoughts, but now I would like to turn it over to you. Have you played Save the World? Was this your first original Fortnite? Meaning, did you play this game when it first came out and then jumped into Battle Royale? Or was it inverse? Leave all this and more in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please support this channel by giving me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that, as it will let me know to give you more of this type of content. To stay updated on the latest and greatest over here, please hit the subscribe button and make sure to hit the notification bell. That way you know when my next video drops. I release weekly videos such as gaming discussions, gameplays, and other gaming variety content. This is Perspective Gaming. I'm your host, Flame078, logging off for now, and until next time, adios!